Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. So today I went drawing with my pal Jenny and we went to Meadowhall. Now Meadowhall is not normally my kind of place. Shopping centres and shopping is not really the kind of pastimes that I normally like. So the idea of Meadowhall normally fills me with a little bit of dread. But we took our sketchbooks and our sketching materials and we drew, and actually a shopping centre is such a good place to draw. Jenny wanted to have a little look and see if we could draw people on the escalators, which was a stroke of genius. So drawing escalators is great. It was really good actually in Meadowhall because at the top there were some soft seats for people to sit on. So we just kind of set up camp there. We drew so many people. It's great because even though the people are moving by quickly, they're standing still because they're waiting to go up the escalator. So it's not like you've got to capture a moving image in your head. Their bodies are static, but they're moving along like a conveyor belt. So you've got a continuous stream of new people to draw, and you could stay there for hours and hours. It was amazing. And one of the highlights of the day was a couple of toddlers. We think they were twins. And we noticed them going up with what I'm assuming were parents or grandparents. And then we saw them go down. And then they went up again, and they did that so many times. Amazing. I love that that was one of their activities for the day, riding the escalators. So that was really fun. I've had a big day of drawing people. I even managed to get some people on the bus as well. I'll show you a couple of my favourite pages from today. So I'll show you this first, just for full transparency about how drawings sometimes end up. Because people were moving so quickly, it was really tricky to get your eye in, especially also on an escalator. The angle that we were looking at the people from was so much more so much different. How do I put that into a sentence? Was a different angle to what I was used to seeing people. So you were kind of above them slightly, looking down on them. So trying to get your eye in about like how you draw people from that angle was quite tricky. So these are all the people that I saw. You can see that a lot of people have their hands out like this because that's where the banister for the escalator was. And it's very loose, very quick, just outlines, no faces, maybe the odd glasses, just to get used to putting pencil to paper and getting used to the angle of the people that I was drawing, if that makes sense. The next one I quite like is this one, mainly for these three pictures, because these were the toddlers riding the escalator, especially this one. I really like the body position of it. So I'll show you this double page spread. This was when we were sitting in the food court, just people sitting at tables eating, and then these were people walking past our tables. I feel like I'd started to get my eye in by then. And then we went back to where we were in the morning. So this is the escalators again. And I wanted to try and loosen up over it. I did get some more kind of intricate pictures of the people on the escalators previously, but I wanted to blob some colour around basically, so it wasn't just pencils all day. So I got my yellow paint sticks, blobbed these faces first, and just almost from memory filled it in, because the escalators didn't actually look like this. They were both pointing down that way. So this is me trying to kind of playfully bridge the gap between reality and setting a scene in an illustration, kind of. This was an enjoyable page. You can see they're all people on the escalator again because their hands are out holding onto the banister. And I just really like the textures that I've managed to get in that. And the expressions. This old lady was delicious. This guy, I remember him staring at me from the bottom of the escalator to the top. And I like this lady's jumper. So, that was that one. So in between that last one and this one, there were a few more pages, but I'll save those for my patrons, so you get a sketchbook tour at the end of, or at the start of every month. But I wanted to share this one and the next one. These were bus drawings. I don't often plan far enough ahead to do bus drawings because, well, I don't know why. It's normally, my materials are normally packed away in my bag, and sometimes when I'm catching the bus, it's like later in the evening, so it's a bit more packed. But this bus was a nice kind of half-packed bus. I didn't feel like, you know, I didn't feel awkward drawing. You know, I had a seat to myself. Most of the bus was empty, so I drew what I saw. And it's rough, it's scribbly, but I've got a bit of depth. I can see the seats. Got this old man's delicious hat. And the thing I really like are the stop buttons from the buses. But yeah, so that was me on my way home. I have had a thoroughly enjoyable day. And like I say, I haven't shown you all of the sketches that I've done there. And that's not because I don't want to, I do, but also I do have a sketchbook tour on my Patreon, which is available to the £1 tier and above. And sometimes I'm very aware that I share all of my sketches on YouTube and people might not see anything new in my sketchbook tours. So I'm going to try and keep some back for my sketchbook tours as well. If you do like looking through sketchbook tours, no obligation, but I do have a Patreon, and every month I share all of my observational sketchbooks from the previous month, and you get to see them all in one go. And if you are interested in that, you can head to patreon.com/Emma Woodthorpe, that's me, and sign up on any tier. Also on the £1 tier, you get instant access to all of the previous Zoom drawing sessions that we do, and you'll also get access to any live drawing sessions, and they happen monthly, but you'll get access to any live Zoom sessions that happen while you're a member as well. So, and that's all for £1, and I've kept the price low on purpose to make it available to as many people as possible. But again, no obligation, but if I never mention it, you'll never know that I do have that. So I can highly recommend going to shopping centres to draw. It's almost the same as train stations. Like I was saying the other day, train stations are great, or bus stations, or even taxi ranks. A great place to draw because it's very transient. People are moving through quickly. And it's kind of the same in a shopping centre as well. And the great thing about shopping centres is there are food courts where you can go and sit down and have some food, and there are lots of people to draw again. And it's almost like a captive audience, not audience, but like a captive drawing subject, if you know what I mean. Lots of people passing through. Drawing at escalators as well, I can highly recommend that. That was a great idea by Jenny. Jenny, if you're watching this, you're a genius. I'd like to do that again. But yeah, I've had a highly enjoyable day. And a lot of that was actually just riding the trams. That was appealed to the 5-year-old in me. But yeah, a great day was had all around. I've got a bunch of sketches done. Some messy, some a bit less messy, but all 100% enjoyable. So this is where I'm going to leave this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. So until then, bye.